welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of all signs in honor of the full moon in Taurus. Yeah, it is the last super moon of this year. I kind of feel like I said that about the last one. If so, my apologies, but this is the last full moon that is a super moon for this year, and it's a big one. So I'm gonna pull the oracle first, then I will talk about the full moon, and then we'll do a tarot spread. It is time stamped for your convenience. Again, this is good for all signs. And in the extended, I'll go around the zodiac and do a smaller mini spread for each individual sign based on what comes through in the tarot spread. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. I'm going to pull 3 cards. A new start is coming, kind of like that. This is a new moon, and we are in a black moon month because we had a new moon on November 1st, and we're going to have another one on November 30th, and 2 new moons in the same calendar month classifies as a black moon. So I like a new start is coming. Confidence is your key to success, okay? And look at the bigger picture. And I love that this is Sagittarian energy, even though this is full moon, it's Sagittarian energy, and we're moving into this Sagittarian mansion coming up next week. So, or yeah, about a week from now. So I like the messages. Confidence will be key when the new start comes, and look at the bigger picture as we move into Sagittarius season. Yeah, a little more spiritual, a little more expansive. Good messages for all of us. So let me talk to you about this full moon. I've got my notes up, and I tend to sort of, hello Leo, that's Leo. He just woke up from his nap. If he gets rambunctious, I will remove him, but for now, maybe he'll be a nice boy. I tend to curate from various astrologers that I like to follow, and then I deliver it. So it's not all my own research. It's not all my stuff. It's my research. Okay. So this full moon in Taurus, super moon, will peak at 4:28 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Friday the 15th. So you want to find it, your local listings, when it will be full for you. And it highlights, because it's in Taurus, our values, our resources, both material side, emotional side, and matters of heart. Love and money, honey, is the theme because it's Venus ruled. Also provides the chance to ground ourselves, to sort of slow down. It has taken me a long time to get to this reading today. I felt like I was moving through quicksand even. Couldn't kind of get myself together. Very odd sensation, not my fave. And the moon's already in Taurus, so that's why I'm saying that. I was kind of like, what is taking me so long? Connect with nature, tend to our much needed physical and emotional needs. So that's good. As I said, ruled by Venus, this full moon asks us to consider what's worth holding on to and what must be released to make room for growth and abundance. Nope, that's not for you. So Taurus connects us to the pleasures of the physical world, and this full moon brings us a reminder that there is beauty in slowing down. You are just going to be a little troublemaker. There's beauty in slowing down and experiencing life through all the senses. It's a time to treat ourselves to little luxuries. Yeah, see what I got little Leo, my Gemini here doing. Whether that's a cozy meal, a hot bath, quality time with someone close to our heart. Taking in our little fur friends here. Oh, look at him. See, even he's enjoying this, and he never does. Kind of hates me like poison, but right now, see? Oh, Taurus moon has him. Okay, so you go have fun? Oh, I love you too so much. That was so sweet. I know, that just got me, right? Because we never have that kind of connection. He's just so high speed all the time. And that just was a moment out of nowhere. Okay, so with Taurus's influence, we may find ourselves reflecting on what brings us a sense of security, stability, and are there any routines or habits or financial responsibilities? Because it still rules the money house. And we need to focus on that and or any worries in those areas that we need to release. It's a full moon. The full moon's about release. So we're focusing on security, yeah, but what do we need to let go of? Do we have any bad habits we need to release, or do we have any unnecessary worries about security that are creating a vicious cycle, okay, of like scarcity mindset? Consider that. So this full moon is going to ask us to check in with what makes us feel safe and grounded. As I just mentioned, full moon, always a time for release. And in Taurus, that release often centers on outdated values or material attachments. Maybe it's a worn out belief that somehow you have to work nonstop to feel worthy of either a relationship, right, of a partnership, or at your job. Or maybe it's a need to control every little detail. Yeah, because you're afraid of losing something. So now's the time to embrace trust in the flow of life. And the full moon, though, here's the kicker, is going to be pretty much exactly conjunct the planet Uranus. When I say conjunct, it means that they're right on top of each other. They're sort of at the same degree point. The moon will be at 24 degrees and Uranus will be at 25 degrees. So they're a degree apart, which means in the sky, they look like they're right on top of each other. Uranus is the great awakener. It is the planet of expect the unexpected. Anything can happen and probably will. So expect that. And also Uranus can bring breakdowns and breakthroughs. Never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. So this will surely be amplified during the full moon. The full moon amplifies things. And amplified during the release mechanism of the full moon. So you want to prepare and plan for some potential plot twists. Something unexpected could kind of sort of break apart here or break through, either way, to serve your higher good. And under this Taurus full moon, self-care is really important, and it will be all about grounding, sensuality, and connection with Earth. So anything nature related that works for you. Where can you get, like I just was with my little furry friend there. I live close enough that I can get to a beach. I will certainly go moon gazing barefoot, things like that. Luxurious bath ritual, right? Back in touch with your senses. Journaling. Maybe journaling, you could journal your deepest love longings. You could do abundance journaling. You can do an abundance ritual. Nothing wrong with focusing on money at this time. It's perfect. So, sometimes we say, well, abundance isn't always about money. In this moment, you can make that a part of your ritual. Doing a letting go visualization. Visualize yourself letting go of worry. Visualize yourself letting go of financial troubles, like anything that is bothering you, holding you back in the real world, in the 3D world. Visualize a letting go about that. Whatever works for you, and especially whatever speaks to your heart. Okay? So make that a part of your full moon ritual this time around. It is a big one. There are some other geometric angles here for this full moon opposite the sun in Scorpio. That's the opposition. There's the tension. Venus and Mars are being kind of connected with this full moon as well in some geometry. So divine masculine and feminine energies are impacted. Pluto's in there too, but I figured I would focus on what was most important. And that's your connectedness to yourself, all sensory. And let this be one of those moons that you really are in touch with your heart and your physical sensory experience in matters of the heart. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I kept it brief because it will definitely impact a lot of us when we come out on the other side of it. And there may be a moment where you say, oh yeah, you know, Uranus may kind of have that moment where you have that release mechanism where it's a decision, right? Where it's like, I can't do this anymore, or I can't live with this anymore. Right now in my body, it's telling me I have to let that go. And that's the breakthrough. Does that make sense? So I've been seeing it a lot in a lot of readings here on the channel. I've even been seeing it in some private readings that like people are right on the edge of something. They're either going to have a breakthrough of the heart, or they're just going to break it down and push it aside, and that's the breakthrough. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and do our tarot spread. I'll pull it, I'll give you my general impression, and then we'll go back through with clarifiers. I'm doing an abbreviated Celtic cross, as always, and we'll see what the storyline is for the collective. The individual zodiac will be in the extended, and the link for that is below. Here we go. Ace of Cups. This could be speaking to the love of your life, your one true love. Could be new love. For some of us, what's the challenge being presented? 9 of Wands. Great, because the 9 of Wands is about our perseverance. It's when the going gets tough. The tough get going. It's about pushing through something. It can be a struggle. It can be exhausting. And I love her. I don't know if you can see the look on her face. She's kind of looking down with a little bit of side eye, like, yeah, no, I'm not giving up on this. I'm not giving up. I'm in the fight. It's a beautiful card. The root of the problem here, Page of Pentacles, always feels like we're back at the beginning. Something new to learn, fresh start energy. And in the past, 5 of Wands, going through conflict, cycles of conflict potentially. Tension. Top of mind, 8 of Wands, awareness that we need to communicate. Please keep in mind we are in the retrograde shadow, which means Mercury is now still moving forward, but traversing over the territory he's going to retrograde over when he turns around on November 25th. Okay, so on November 25th, he turns retrograde and goes backwards. So the need to communicate whatever comes up now, whatever you're talking about now, keep in mind, make some notes on your calendar, because that's the stuff that's going to repeat. And we're going to go back over it 2 more times between now and the middle of December. In the near future, 9 of Cups, nice. Possibly some wish fulfillment here, possibly some sense of emotional self-satisfaction. Yay, like we push through enough that we get through it to the point where we're like, whoa, what a relief, that feels good. Let's see, Spirit's message is about the Tower, the hidden energy, 6 of Wands, reconciliation. And where are we headed? Queen of Pentacles. There is that grounded stability, our connectedness to Gaia, to Earth, to this is a self-care card as well. So very much connected to this full moon. And we'll get a hit from what Spirit's talking about with the Tower card. Sometimes the Tower is just pointing to us what's not sustainable. I mean, this card is associated with Mars, and Mars is impacted by this moon. There's a square, actually. So the square is difficult energy. So there may be something that is bumped up against during this full moon that represents something that's unsustainable, that isn't workable, or that gets your attention. This card can be a wake-up call as well. So let's see what we get. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands. Two of Cups, Three of Wands. For those of you who are open to going back to the drawing board and kind of still in the fight for someone brand new, for new love, it's very potentially coming your way. I would note, watch out here for that Four of Pentacles for yourself, because see, I'm seeing the Ace of Cups for those of you who are completely open to a brand new partner, right? That you're not done yet. You haven't given up. Well, here is Three of Wands, Two of Cups, something coming toward you, potential partner, potential soulmate. But the Four of Cups from the bottom of the deck, and for those who are brand new, welcome. I'm tapping into what you can't see. So it's either unconscious awareness or playing out behind the scenes. A Four of Pentacles can be that your heart may be a little too guarded. So you want to kind of focus on that. You want to be completely open and available to receive it. For those of you who haven't given up on your one true love, that's still a red flag, because you're open here to what's coming toward you in the connection. But if your heart chakra is closed off, or you're feeling self-protective of your heart, it's hard for what you need to come through, to come toward you, to find you approachable, is all I want to say. So either way, the Four of Pentacles is a little bit of like a stick a pin in it, a little bit of a red flag, because it's like closed off energy. It's an energy block. Okay, not to say that I don't understand why it would be showing up. I'm just letting you know for your own awareness, and maybe that's a perfect thing to set an intention to release, as your energy blocks. Okay, now, at the root of the problem here, we have a Page of Pentacles, because it feels like in either interpretation, whether it's new or the love of your life, it's a back to the drawing board. And you got this message as I was talking about the full moon, where it was like you have to trust the flow of life a bit. And you're getting this Temperance card, and it's like as if the part of the problem is, yeah, but Laura, I've been freaking patient and in the flow for quite some time, and it's pissing me off, and I still get clobbered. Right? There's this painful ending stuff. So that's why I'm defensive. That's why I've got walls a mile high. Hear ya loud and clear. It's the root of the problem. Is now I'm back at square one again. And so allow me to let you know that part of the message of the Page of Pentacles is that there's something more to learn. The Page of Pentacles is like, okay, so there's something to learn here. Page of Pentacles finds themselves in a new environment. So maybe you've mastered one chapter and still got clobbered, but this is a different chapter. Same book, different chapter, and it's new material. So in the past, we have the Five of Wands, Page of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Ugh. Feel like whoever you have been dealing with hasn't taken things as seriously as you have. It's almost like you keep coming through with your ability to sort of make it through life on your own terms. You're more mature, you're more self-sufficient, you're more confident. This person admires you for those qualities, but doesn't really maybe meet you at that level. Page of Wands. This is a generally positive person you may have good chemistry with, but they're kind of coming in a little less evolved, and I feel it's been a source of tension. Ace of Swords from the bottom of the deck is like there's some kind of insight you may be missing around that, or it's like there's a truth that hasn't sort of been revealed. And it's been a source of tension, it's been a source of conflict in the relationship or in your relationships in general, for those of you who are kind of opening yourself up to a brand new love situation. But I'm feeling like the Page of Wands versus the Nine of Pentacles is a situation of different levels of evolution. And that Ace of Swords may be your, oh, I get it. Now I see. Eight of Wands in the top of mind part of the program. It's about communication. Ooh, my. There's the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. Again, some communication. The funny thing is, High Priestess doesn't really talk. So she's got, this is about your intuition, your inner knowing, your inner sense of what needs to be said, what hasn't been said versus what needs to be said. Queen of Pentacles. Again, we're going to close out with her energy. So I'm feeling as if whatever needs to be said needs to serve your sense of groundedness, your sense of self-protection, your sense of security. She is a feminine archetype of a life partner. So about your sense of where things are headed, what you want out of life and relationship and security, whether it's in the physical realm, monetarily, right, materially, but also in partnership, because she would be the Queen and King of Pentacles are the life partners. And Page of Pentacles underneath, again, it is that sense of taking that first step. So it's like top of mind for you here is what needs to be communicated, either by you or, as you move about the world in relationships, or in the relationship you've been having where there's maybe been a breakdown of communication. So take it as it resonates for you. It's a general reading for a lot of people. So you have to take it as it speaks to you. But there's something here that maybe you haven't been saying, that you haven't been communicating, that you're just realizing now, oh, this is maybe very important as I move forward. So the Nine of Cups in the near future. Yeah. We get the Queen of Wands. There's some fire. Page of Swords. And underneath is the Lover's card. There is a sense of wish fulfillment, like the fire comes back, the passion, the like you've got some information now to work with, but still enough like of curiosity about what's to come. There is, I think, the wish fulfillment part of the Nine of Cups. I haven't seen it in a long time. And notice that we have the Lover's card from the bottom of the deck. So this might be playing out behind the scenes as some kind of energy approaches. The Lover's card is a card of choice. And now feeling empowered to choose, but still being curious about what's on the path for you. And there's excitement about it and a sense of emotional self-satisfaction about it. And I'm not feeling like it's almost like the Queen of Wands has been dormant and she's coming back online throughout this spread. Right now, the root of the problem is kind of like, oh my God, I'm going back here again. I gotta, there is a little bit of dread slash resentment of a vibe. And from the past, it's, you know, it's a difference between, well, I don't want to deal, now I know what kind of energy I don't want to be with in relationship, which is somebody that's, you know, maybe less mature or less evolved or not wanting what I want. I now know what I want. I want something that's going to meet me on this level. And maybe I've never said it that way before, but now I know intuitively how to communicate, and that's something I'm learning. And now I take that first step. And that's very liberating, and also gives you that sense of like personal power, like that's within you, like, oh, now I know how to attract what I want. And it's kind of puts you back in the driver's seat. It gets you a little curious of who's out there, who's available. And if it's still this person, you look at them differently, you approach them differently. And I don't think that this is really necessarily saying that somebody is already right there ready for you. I'm saying that there's curiosity about the Lover's card as, I know, how do I say this? I know what I'm choosing, and I want that to choose me too, so that you're not really, you're more selective about the pool you're swimming in. Okay, that took me a while. When it comes to being in connection and looking for partnership, it helps if you know what it is you're looking for and what it is you want. There you go. So now Spirit's talking to you about the Tower. Oh my, okay. So, Tower, 8 of Cups, definitely a breakdown and a walking away. Something wasn't sustainable, walking away. I'm seeing definitely on the part of a divine feminine here. So for those of you who identify as divine feminine energy, there's something Spirit's trying to talk to you about, making peace with what is not sustainable. This is about your path forward, your journey, whether or not you can forgive what has fallen apart, or whether or not you've decided this isn't sustainable, I need to move forward on my path, making peace with it. The Judgment card can be a card of reconciliation, though. So for those of you who feel that part of your path is to find forgiveness, to find second chances, to find room for reconciliation, you're being spoken to, because we have the reconciliation card in the hidden energy. For those of you who do not find that path, and please be respectful in the comments, it's okay. It's your call. It's your call. You can still walk away with peace in your heart. Like, good luck to you. Right? Sort of a forgive and forget for those of you who are at that point. So I am feeling that that's the message here, and in the hidden energy for those of you who are dealing with someone right now that you've had a falling out with, a breakdown, you're going back to the drawing board, you're anticipating this person maybe coming back around, you're trying to work things out. We have the 6 of Wands. Yep. Can't make it up, guys. King of Pentacles. With the 9 of Wands. They're coming at you with an offer. So that's why I said full moon is pretty much bang on conjunct the full moon. Breakdowns, breakthroughs. For some of you, this is a big breakthrough. Somebody coming in with an offer. They're coming in slowly. Key word. slowly, methodically, deliberately, intentionally, with a plan to stay. Yeah, how about that? To show up for you here in 3D, to be reliable, responsible, practical. Okay? Someone you can count on. The maturity that you seek. The partnership that you desire. They have not given up any more than you have. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands here. And you're anticipating what's coming towards you with regard to this connection. This is what's coming toward you. So that's why Spirit's saying, okay, now that we've had our tower moment and all that, prepare. Prepare for how you're going to handle this. Because if you have no room for forgiveness, you got to be ready. If you have no room for reconciliation, you got to be prepared. Because this is someone who's coming back with a very different outlook, as far as I can see from all that's transpired. So let's look. And for those of you who are looking for something brand new, the Six of Wands can be a triumph card, right? Like a victory, triumph. You see her here. She's like taking her, the audience is applauding her, and she's in her moment of triumph. And in most decks, it's the knight coming back from battle with the wreath of peace as he's riding back from battle to tell the king, no blood was shed, no men were lost, our kingdoms have made peace, right? So to all the townspeople, big hero, right? Grand homecoming. So keep in mind, there could be someone coming toward you that has not given up on the life partnership that they seek, that is coming toward you with an offer, because there's someone who's looking to stay, who's looking to invest in a relationship. So I'm just saying, this is a hidden energy that could be for the kind of person that you're looking for as well. So take it. I'm feeling this reading so far, it's coming through both ways. That doesn't happen often, but I am seeing where I can see someone here that I'm speaking to who has absolutely been devastated in matters of the heart in a recent relationship, and feels like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going back to the drawing board. Okay, but now they know how they need to speak and present themselves, how they need to be sure to talk about what they want and who they are and what kind of relationship they're looking for, even though it's kind of like, I don't really want, and yet you now know what kind of pool you're going to be swimming in and what kind of partnership. I know that's kind of a weird way to say it, but you know what I mean. What kind of partnership and sacred connection you're looking for. What I'm trying to say is that what you seek seeks you and is on its way. Doesn't know who you are, you don't know who they are, but they're on their way. They're seeking their victory. So that's why Spirit's message to you is, you can cut this all loose. You can cut this all loose and forgive and forget and move forward on your path, Eight of Cups. Because it wasn't sustainable. So for those of you with the message for something brand new, it's completely legit. The whole thing flows. So I've got two different storylines going here. Let's get to the Queen of Pentacles in the outcome position. And to both scenarios, I say, good on you. In this full moon in Taurus, Queen of Pentacles, put yourself first. Take care of you first. Oxygen mask goes on you before you help your neighbor. Got it? Your kids even. you got to take care of you. That's part of what this full moon is about. Find the ground beneath your feet. Luxuriate a little bit. Feel good in your skin. Y'all got to put that bath ritual top of the list. Any other little luxury that you've denied yourself? I bought myself some pretty little bath lotions and hand cream stuff. I got it. It just arrived today for this full moon. So I'm saying that, like, what you can afford, obviously, or dig something out of the closet you haven't used in a long time. Do something. And because it's, you want to make some progress here. This Chariot is about, coming from groundedness and comfort, and a sense of security will help you move forward and make progress on your dreams. And this is where you trust and remember in the beginning I said you got to trust in the flow of life, that the universe has your back, will grant the wish, will make sure the dream comes true. And there it is. There's your Four of Wands. There's your 1111 card. There is the beginning of life partnership. It's available to you. It would not show up in the reading if it wasn't available to you. But, we all have to do our part. And we have to kind of cut the dead weight. And some of that is on us within our own lives and the stuff we're carrying around and our own self-worth and value. And, the rotten things we say to ourselves and tell ourselves. And get back in the game of knowing our self-worth and treating ourselves right, getting grounded, taking care of ourselves, and then being realistic about the connections we're in, being realistic about, like, when my mother used to say, your picker is off, like, you don't know how to pick a guy, like, get that squared away, because I think that that's part of what this message is. And maybe if we did a little more to say up front, to communicate up front what we're looking for, we'd avoid a lot of this baby bullshit, right? Sorry, just got to call it as I see it. So that is what I have for you, everybody. I know this ran long, but I was really into this reading, like, so much for you. And so I'll tell you the astrology before I do that. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe below. That's our energetic exchange. That will be your gift to me for this full moon. I could use it. And so thank you in advance for that. The link to the extended is below. I remind you, it's based on this reading, but I go around the zodiac, Aries through Pisces, small mini spreads, where we're going to look at what you need to release, right? What might be unexpected, what's in the way. So that's the focus for this individual Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Good for you, or you can cross watch for it, okay? That's what I have for you. Here we go. We have Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Temperance is Sagittarius. Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Nine of Pentacles is some Virgo. High Priestess is the Moon, which rules Cancer. We have the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, and she comes out twice. We have the Queen of Wands is Aries. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini in the Lover's card. Tower is Mars, which rules Aries. And I'm almost feeling a little bit of unexpectedness out of this card as well. A little bit of shock. So that Uranus theme kind of hits me too with this. Empress is Venus, Taurus and Libra. Judgment is Pluto, as I said, is also in the mix, which rules Scorpio. King of Pentacles is Taurus. So there's our full moon energy. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. Chariot is Cancerian energy. This star is Aquarius. And we have our beautiful oracle. A new start is coming. For those of you with new love, hello. Confidence is your key to success. and look at the bigger picture. Sag energy. That's what I have for you. Full moon blessings for all and all.